GeekWatch Incarnations. All live-action Superman actors, appearances, and interesting trivia. Before we start, don't forget to click like, hit the notification bell, click share, write a comment, and please subscribe. You can follow GeekWatch on most major social network platforms. Now, let's begin. Quick comic history. Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. He first appeared on the cover of Action Comics #1 published April 1938. The following are the actors who portrayed the different versions of Superman in live action.
Up.
The 6 feet 1 inch American actor KIRK Alyn became the first actor to bring to life Superman's adventures on the big screen with 2 movie serials. 1948. Alyn was 37 years old when the first Superman movie serial was released. In this serial he faced off with the Spider Lady, who has nefarious plans for the people of Metropolis. 1950. Atom Man vs. Superman movie serial was released. The Atom Man in the serial is Superman's arch-nemesis, Luthor. This serial is Alyn's last appearance as Superman on the big screen. He was 39 years old. Outside of the movie serials, KIRK Alyn suited up as Superman in a celebrity baseball game organized by Paramount Studios. 1952. Alyn would star as another DC Comics hero, Black Hawk, in a movie serial. 1978. KIRK Alyn's final appearance in the world of Superman is a small cameo as General Sam Lane in Superman the movie.
There's only one person who can handle this job, and that's Superman.
The 6 feet 1 inch American actor George Reeves appeared as Superman in the character's first feature film and first TV series. 1951. Reeves was 37 years old when the Superman and the Mole Men feature film was released. In this film we see the superhero prevent a tragedy when he intervened in the imminent clash of scared locals and a race of underground-dwelling humanoids. 1952. George Reeves will continue Superman's adventures on the small screen, with the Adventures of Superman TV series which lasted for 6 seasons, with a total of 104 episodes. During the 3rd season of the show is the first time we see a live-action Superman in color. No villains from the comics were adapted for the series. Superman faced off mostly with run-of-the-mill criminal-type characters. Reeves was 44 years old when the last episode was aired in 1958. 1954. Around season 2 of the TV series, Reeves also appeared as the character in Stamp Day for Superman, a short film promoting the purchase of US saving bonds. 1955. George Reeves's Superman appeared in an episode of Funny Boners, a children's game show hosted by the ventriloquist Jimmy Weldon and his dummy, Webster Webfoot. Unfortunately, no footage or photograph survived this Superman appearance. 1957. In the 13th episode of season 6 of the sitcom I Love Lucy, Superman appeared as a special guest for a birthday party for little Ricky, Lucy's son. Finally, during the run of Reeves's Superman TV show, he would also appear in several Kellogg's Corn Flakes commercials, mostly in his Clark Kent guise, with an occasional short glimpse of Superman in flight footage, borrowed from the show.
You were great in your day, Superman.
The 6 feet 4 inches American actor Christopher Reeve officially appeared as Superman in 4 feature-length films. 1978. Reeve was 26 years old when Superman, the movie was released in theaters. The movie depicts Superman's origin and the first time he faced off with the villainous Lex Luthor. 1980. Superman 2 was released, and this time the superhero battles it out with 3 Kryptonian criminals led by General Zod. 1983. Superman 3 finds Superman going up against a powerful supercomputer. 1987. We see the last of Christopher Reeve's Superman movies, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. In this movie, Luthor created his own Superman in the form of Nuclear Man. His creation traded punches with the original Man of Steel. Reeve was 34 years old when the movie was released. 1984. Superman's cousin, Supergirl, had her own movie. Christopher Reeve was supposed to have a cameo in the film, but Reeve decided not to do it. We still saw a Superman poster in Kara's dorm room. Also in 1984, Reeve appeared in a Saturday Night Live sketch where he was auditioning for the Superman role. In the sketch, he had actual superpowers. 1989. A Canon camcorder commercial sees Christopher Reeve as a dad to a boy playing Superman. 2003 to 2004. Reeve's last venture into the world of Superman was in 2 episodes of Smallville. He appeared as Dr. Virgil Swan, a brilliant scientist, giving a young Clark Kent guidance.
I'm fighting for my people.
The 6-footer American actor Dean Cain officially appeared as Superman in a television series. 1993. Dean Cain was 26 years old when the first episode of the series was aired. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman would last for 4 seasons, with a total of 88 episodes. The TV series focuses on the relationship and romance between Lois Lane and Clark Kent as much as the adventures of Clark's superhero persona. The show was able to adapt several comic book villains to go against Superman. We have the hero's arch-nemesis, Lex Luthor, the kryptonite-powered Metallo, and the imp from the 5th dimension, Mr. Mxyzptlk, to name a few. Dean Cain was 30 years old when the last episode of the series aired in 1997. 1996. Dean Cain finds himself playing a character named Clark Kent in a TV movie entitled Cutty Whitman starring James Remar. Other than that small tidbit of information, no other details, images or video clips are available online. 2007. Cain is back in the world of Superman when he played Curtis Knox in the Smallville TV series. Knox was based on the comic book villain Vandal Savage, which made the character at odds with the series' Clark Kent. 2009. Dean Cain cameoed as himself in the TV series Entourage, where the character named Drama saw that he was auditioning against Dean Cain for a role which made him blurt out, "Effin' Superman." 2016. Cain lent his voice to Superman's Earth father, Jonathan Kent, in the animated movie DC Superhero Girls, Hero of the Year. 2015 to 2017. Dean Cain's latest visit to Superman's lore is a recurring role in the TV series that focuses on the superhero's cousin, Supergirl. In the show, he played Jeremiah Danvers, Supergirl's adoptive father. He appeared in a total of 6 episodes. The 6 feet 3 inches American actor Tom Welling has the shortest official Superman screen time at approximately 2 minutes, however, he has the most appearance of playing Clark Kent. 2001. Tom Welling was 24 years old when the first episode of Smallville was aired. Smallville follows the coming-of-age adventures of teenage Clark in his fictional hometown of Smallville before he formally becomes the Man of Steel. The series lasted for 10 seasons with a total of 217 episodes. By season 5, Welling's Clark begins to have frequent adventures in Superman's future home city of Metropolis. The show started introducing supervillains based on the comics, with the likes of Brainiac, General Zod, Doomsday? And we even get a glimpse of Darkseid. Lex Luthor has been in the show since season 1, where he started out as one of Clark's closest friends. 2011. Only in the final episode of the series did we see Tom Welling wear the iconic Superman suit. But barely. He was 34 years old. We do get a clear look of Welling's Superman in the comics continuation of the show. 2019. Tom Welling's latest venture in the world of Superman was in the CW-verse mega crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, when he returned as Smallville's Clark Kent. Here we learned that Clark gave up his powers and is having a normal family life in their farm. 2017 to 2018. Welling appeared in a TV series based on another DC Comics property, Lucifer. Here he played a character named CAIN, and appeared in the show for 17 episodes. The 6'2" American actor Brandon Routh officially appeared as Superman in a movie, then 13 years after suit up again as the character and had guest appearances in several TV shows. 2006. 26 years old Brandon Routh inherited the Superman role from Christopher Reeve, when he starred in Superman Returns, an homage sequel to Reeves' Superman 2. Also returning in the movie is Superman's arch-nemesis, Lex Luthor. Unfortunately for Routh, this is the only Superman movie he has done. A couple of years earlier, Routh's dream tested for a different Superman movie entitled Superman Flyby. We have this image of Routh wearing that movie's Superman suit, but eventually that movie did not happen and it just gradually morphed into the Superman Returns movie. 2010. Brandon Routh appeared in another comic book movie property, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, where he played a psychic-powered vegan, Todd Ingram, who lost in an epic bass guitar battle when he went up against the titular hero. 2011. Routh appeared in a movie based on an Italian comic book, Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. Routh starred as Dylan Dog, an ace detective whose specialty is paranormal cases. 2014 to 2022. Brandon Routh suited up as the Atom, another DC Comics superhero. He appeared in a slew of episodes, 104 in total, across several DC shows on the CW network, and was one of the leads for the DC's Legends of Tomorrow series. 2019 to 2020. Coming full circle and performing double duties, Routh, aside from being the Atom, appeared in a CW-verse mega crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, as Superman. 13 years after his Superman Returns movie, Routh, now 40 years old, appeared as an older Man of Steel and heavily inspired by the comics Kingdom Come version of the character. This is also the first time we saw two different Superman actors battling it out, both as Superman. The 6'1" British actor Henry Cavill officially appeared as Superman in 4 theatrically released films. 2013. 30 years old Henry Cavill's first appearance as Superman is in the Man of Steel movie. This movie updates the superhero's origin for the modern audience. In his first outing as Superman, Cavill's Man of Steel faces off with the powerful Kryptonian, General Zod. Interesting trivia, Cavill auditioned for the Man of Steel movie wearing the original Christopher Reeve Superman costume. Several years prior to the Man of Steel movie, Cavill also auditioned for the Superman Flyby movie, which later became Brandon Routh's Superman Returns film. 2016. The Man of Steel sequel finds our superhero at odds with the Dark Knight, in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Later in the film, we find out that the clashing of the two titans was orchestrated by Superman's arch-nemesis, Lex Luthor. 2017. Justice League movie finds a newly formed league seeking the assistance of a rejuvenated Superman to fight off apocalyptic terrors, led by a menacing Steppenwolf. 2017. Cavill's version of Superman, played by a body double, and other Justice League members appeared in a series of Walmart commercials. 2019 to 2023. Henry Cavill traded his colorful Superman outfit with medieval black garb when he played Geralt of Rivia, The Witcher, a popular book/video game character. 2019. Cavill intended to do a cameo in the Shazam movie, but due to some contract reasons, a body double, Ryan Handley, filled in the Cavill Superman suit. 2021. Zack Snyder's Justice League was released in HBO Max, a somber, darker, and grittier version than the 2017 movie. This is the first time in a feature film that we see Superman wearing a black costume. The movie ended with a disturbing future vision of an evil Superman. 2022. Cavill's version of Superman made a cameo appearance in the final episode of the Peacemaker TV series. Another body double, Brad Abramenko, wore the super suit. 2022. Henry Cavill finally made a full-fledged cameo, this time in the Black Adam movie. Unfortunately, this seems to be the last time we'll see him in this role. Cavill was 39 years old when the movie was released. The 6-footer American actor Tyler Hoechlin officially appeared as Superman in several TV series. 2016. 29 years old Hoechlin first suited up as Superman when he guest starred in Season 2 Episode 1 of the Supergirl TV series. He appeared as Superman in a total of 12 episodes across DC Comics-based CW-verse shows, in the period 2016 to 2020. Most of these appearances of Hoechlin's Superman are big crossover events for the CW network. However, Hoechlin is not the first Superman in the CW-verse. Back in the pilot episode of Supergirl in 2015, an uncredited Kevin Caliber appeared as a Superman silhouette assisting a young Kara Zor-El. 2011 to 2023. Before Tyler Hoechlin wore the bright colors of Superman, his prior notable role was that of Derek Hale, a werewolf in the TV series Teen Wolf. 2021 to 2023. Tyler Hoechlin proved he is more than capable to fill in the shoes of the world's premier superhero, and was awarded a show of his own with Superman and Lois. The show focuses on both the heroic adventures of the Man of Steel as well as his family life with his wife and 2 kids. The Superman and Lois TV series is currently in its 3rd season. Hoechlin's Superman faces off with powerful individuals like the Stranger, who would later turn out to be John Henry Irons, the superhero known as Steel. He would later become one of Superman's biggest allies. The business mogul Morgan Edge, who in fact is Kal-El's dastardly half-brother named Tal-Rho, but he too would redeem himself. The show also introduced Superman's often misunderstood shattered reflection, the being known as Bizarro. The latest season of the series will have Superman face this show's version of Lex Luthor. That's it for now. Currently we have a total of 8 official live-action Superman.
Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy, released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
With the announcement of a new Superman movie. Name the actor you want to see wear the iconic superhero costume. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a comment, and share the video. You can find GeekWatch in Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Then head out to our merch store, link is in the description below.